expanding the case against a Kent family accused of trafficking fentanyl across western Washington. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Preston Phillips. The group is linked to a former nonprofit director who was given taxpayer money to prevent violence in Seattle. And said prosecutors say she and her family were distributing deadly fentanyl in huge quantities for years. KOMO's Jeremy Harris live tonight in Seattle with this Operation Crime and Justice update. Jeremy?
Yeah, Preston, this case first came to light about a year and a half ago when the Department of Justice dropped stunning allegations linking a well-known Seattle community activist to a fentanyl trafficking ring. Since that time, this case has mostly stayed out of the headlines, but we now know prosecutors have added more charges against more people as the first of now nearly 24 defendants has pleaded guilty.
My name is Marty Jackson. I'm the Southeast Network Executive Director at the Boys and Girls Clubs of King County.
Marty Jackson was trusted by Seattle leaders. She routinely appeared on TV as her organization, the Southeast Network, won lucrative contracts to provide violence interruption in Seattle schools.
Part of these connections help us to build a safety net that allow for kids not to fall through the cracks or to feel outcasted in their communities.
She also provided community safe spaces, one of which was the target of a mass shooting in 2023.
The overwhelming response we got from the community, especially from our young people, asking us and telling us, you have to go back, you have to.
So this woman right here is Marty Jackson. She's a Seattle community activist and nonprofit leader. She's in jail and she got federal charges for conspiracy to distribute controlled substances such as fentanyl, money laundering, controlled substance, intent to distribute, commit transportation for prostitution through coercion. This is why they don't give us no money. This is the reason why you put us in a situation to get money. You get money from the city, and now you want to be drug dealers? Make it make sense. She's really out here being like the godmother in Seattle. And they said that the federal authorities report large seizures linked to this case. 846,000 plus fentanyl pills, 7 kilos of fentanyl powder, 7 kilos of cocaine, 29 firearms, more than $116,000 in cash. She started a nonprofit for good, but then she turned bad when she got that money. Now she's trying to flip it. Even the federal government is perplexed, and they say this is a typical nonprofit fraud case because she was getting money as a nonprofit and then flipping it into the drugs. Why? Like you're actually doing something, but then they said one of her centers was the location of a shootout. Wonder why? I wonder why you had a shootout at your locations. Because you're selling drugs. You're the dope man. This is why they got to stop these nonprofits. The game is what we see now. You get money via nonprofits, and then you spend it on personal items, Louis, Gucci, cars, or you do like her, allegedly, and become a drug dealer. Let's flip it. Let's get more money. We already in the hood. This is crazy. So she's in the case originated with the FBI and the DI investigation to the Jackson Drug Trafficking Organization led by her son, Marquise Jackson. They alleged Marty Jackson laundered drug proceeds for the organization, including funds generated by the distribution of fentanyl across multiple states. So you was getting money from the city in the state. You was getting money from the drugs, and then you thought you going to money launder it with your nonprofit. That's why they don't give niggas money. I'm sorry I keep saying the N-word. That's why they don't give us money. Not us, because I'm a black man. That's why they don't give these niggas money. Y'all want to play El Chapo when you already getting money. And you getting money like this, so you're using a nonprofit as a money laundering case.
To get back in space.
But federal charges allege she was laundering money on behalf of her son, Marquise Jackson, and her husband, Mandel, who prosecutors say were
dumbest family in the world right here. Dumbest family in the world. This is why they don't give us money. Look, she in it, the son in it, the dad in it. All of y'all going down. You had something good. You were actually helping people. A lot of these nonprofits wasn't even helping people. You helping people. You're doing things the right way. You're getting the federal money, but you're actually out there in the hood trying to help people. But then you got the little bit of this ghetto-ness itching at you. Your son, your husband. And then the next you know, y'all got a nonprofit. And then, you know what? Might as well just put the money in there and wash it.
The leaders of a nationwide fentanyl trafficking ring. Now, investigators have charged 23 people as part of the conspiracy.
Everybody snitched. Everybody that got caught. Look at this. Look at this. So what is she like? Filipino? Latina? I don't know. But look, everybody in here that got caught, they done snitched. Yeah, they done told on you. The son's there, and here she is right here. They done told on all the people that got caught. Nationwide drug ring in Seattle, Washington. The people that got caught snitched on 1, 2, 3.
And after a year and a half, the first defendant, Michael Young, has pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Documents from his sentencing gave more insight into the federal investigation, including that the Jackson drug trafficking organization would use couriers to drop off ghost bags at the airport and ship drugs in protein containers and transport drugs using hollowed-out vehicle tires. Prosecutors have tied them to nearly 1 million individual pills, as well as kilos of fentanyl powder, cocaine, meth, guns, and cash. Prosecutors say the group unquestionably led to overdose and death. One of the new charges that was added here alleges there was prostitution involving Marquise Jackson, though the documents don't go too far into what's behind those allegations. Now, all the defendants, except for Young, have pleaded not guilty. Some of them are being held in custody at the Federal Detention Center in SeaTac, while some are on pretrial release. The sentencing range here, if convicted, especially for those ringleaders, could range from 10 years to up to life in prison.
They getting life. They getting life. They getting life. They getting life. They are getting life. Guarantee it. Then you want to throw in that you're doing prostitution too? You got a nonprofit doing a good thing. You're on a straight and narrow, but now y'all want to be El Chapo too. You want to use some of that money to become El Chapo, and then you want to get the proceeds and then put it in there. You want to have a nonprofit and a drug ring. But how you have a nonprofit that's supposed to stop what you selling? I'm lost. And this is happening in Seattle, I believe, or in Washington, I think. Is it happening in Washington? Yeah, Seattle nonprofit. Yeah. What are we doing here, man? See, look. Stop giving money to anybody. If you got a nonprofit, hang it up. I think as America, let's take 2-3 years off and just don't give nobody money. Let's just make sure that everybody figures shit out on their own. I think the federal government needs to stop giving money to people. You know what? We got a deficit, bro. The money we supposed to give to y'all, we're going to put it towards this deficit, get the deficit down, and then talk to us in 3 years. It's too much. What we start to see is, and I haven't really been into politics and stuff like that until recently, right? And shame on me. You start to see that there's a lot of waste. You start to see that the federal government helps these states. And these states do whatever the hell they want. And then they get mad when the federal government is like, hey, man, just give us an audit. Nah, we ain't doing that. And then they talk about the president. They talk about the people in Congress. They lobby. Just give me an audit to see where the money going. Nah, I don't want to do that. No, we don't need to do that. What I would do if I was president, this is why that's not president. I would not give out any money, let's say, for 1 year. No money's going to any programs. And let's see if any of these programs survive and actually make money on their own. Let's see if people can actually get better and start working. Let's just turn off the faucet for a year. That's what I suggest. If I met President Trump today, I would say just don't give nobody no money. Let's let them figure it out for a year. Let's get rid of the bad people, the fakes, the poor people. Because you know what? I think a lot of people be motivated to get right. I think there'd be a lot more jobs. I think there would be a lot more people that want to work. I think there'd be a lot more people that wouldn't want to scam because there's nothing to scam. We giving out too much money to people that are scamming. I would say for at least 1 year, turn the faucet off. Nobody gets money. Nobody. You're going to have to chill for a year and figure it out. That's what we need to do as a country. The federal government needs to stop getting money to all these states. Let's just not do it. Because you know why? The federal government can't audit everybody and can't be on top of everybody. They're stretched too thin. That's what I think. These federal programs are terrible. When they giving money to these people, they just taking it, and then they get mad when you ask simple questions. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Oh, so much fraud. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. Keep commenting. Also, too, I got the daily morning show coming, which is going to be no filter morning show. And then we got, what else we got? We got the Go Getter Patreon coming soon as well. Just do your job, man. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't do the wrong thing. Don't be a scammer. It's pretty easy.